Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear and welcome to Falskallan Nights. Just gonna mute myself and just tell my. I had Twitch playing in the background. Didn't realize I actually didn't turn the audio off. So at that point, hearing double of yourself is not fun. That being said, welcome to tonight. And before we start, we're gonna get into some ads. So Tom, take us away.
Thank you, JT. Thank you, as always, adventurers, for joining us here on Falskallan Nights. Tonight's ad read is going to be a little more serious than you're used to. You're going to notice throughout the course of the evening that our players, our DM, we're all waving the rainbow flag today because, well, frankly, a lot of tensions surrounding laws and policies put forth by right-wing politicians here in Canada targeting the trans community have sort of come to a head. These are laws that are specifically targeting trans youth, education on LGBTQIA issues in school. There were protests out today in favor of these laws. There were protests against these laws, kind of meeting all across the country, and we felt like we couldn't really dive into what we were going to do tonight without first addressing that. We may have a very small platform here, but well, we're going to use it nonetheless. So, what are these laws that have been causing all this trouble? Well, Manitoba and New Brunswick have recently passed legislation that would require parents to be notified if their child changes their name and pronouns at school. Other laws have been passed that would allow parents to remove their children from sex education classes if they deem the material too controversial. Before I go any further, I will say this is going to include some discussion about targeting violence against the LGBTQ community. It's going to include some mentions of sexual assault, so if that is liable to be triggering for anyone, you can mute me until we hit the theme music, and then unmute after that. We'll get into our D&D. In addition to laws being passed in New Brunswick and Manitoba, Ontario's Premier Doug Ford has proposed similar legislation, this is where I live, claiming that it would prevent kids from being, quote, indoctrinated in school. The Conservative Party of Canada just wrapped up their big convention a couple of weeks ago, and among key items discussed there were policies that would ban trans-affirming care in this country and exclude trans women from women's spaces. People took to the street in support of that today, to support the limiting of rights of an already vulnerable group of people because of some imagined danger. There were counter-protesters. There were good people who went out and waved the flag for human rights, for common decency, for the people they love being afforded the basic dignity of being who they are without having to apologize for it or fear for their lives. And I've heard the arguments on the right, believe me. The people who pass and support these laws have said, well, this isn't about outing anyone. This is about keeping parents involved in their kids' lives. They say they'll have safety measures in place where there is risk of abuse. If a child feels safe enough to bring their parents in on their transition, they do not need a law to do that. If a kid feels unsafe, they certainly need the law to protect them, not expose them. Conservative policies say, we need to keep women safe from men who will exploit loopholes to commit assault. Take a look at history. A lack of loopholes has done nothing to prevent men from committing crimes in women's spaces or against women's bodies. And isn't it telling that these discussions never seem to involve discussing trans men in men's spaces? The purported logic behind these policies falls apart under the slightest scrutiny. They will hurt more people than they protect because they are not designed to protect. They are designed to appeal to fear. They are designed to unite a voter base around a scapegoat. And even if they aren't specifically designed to do this, they keep our trans brethren firmly in the realm of the other. These laws and policies continue the myth of heteronormativity and feed the attitudes that continue to put trans people and the rest of the 2S LGBTQIA community at risk. Just about every week on this stream, I say that human rights are a year-round battle. I will keep saying that until I feel I don't have to anymore, but I genuinely worry that will not happen in my lifetime. Education, affirming healthcare, and acceptance that the only wrong way to be human is to be cruel are our strongest weapons against this bigotry. The powers on the right, well, they seem to be making it their goal to target those ideals directly. They are counting on people to stay silent in order to succeed. Please don't let them win. March, shout, use your platform to raise awareness and promote inclusivity. If you can, find trusted organizations that help 2S LGBTQIA communities in your area and donate what you can, whether that is money or time. Talk to people in your family and friend groups who vote for the politicians who pass these laws. Ask them why. Ask them if they can look past these blatant attacks on human rights. Ask them how they can look past these blatant attacks on human rights. Ask them how many lines need to be crossed before they realize what side of history they're on. People's lives are on the line with this stuff. And the last time a bunch of right-wing extremists use a vulnerable, othered group of people as a scapegoat for their rise to power, the world bled. I'm not trying to be dramatic with that. I just know my history. That being said, we are here for D&D tonight. We will continue to show our support for these communities as we engage in this game we have fun with. And we, of course, will thank the people who sponsor us and allow us to do this every Wednesday night. We thank D&D Beyond for allowing us to keep all our campaign information in one handy-dandy place. We thank the wonderful people of FX May Vary for their amazing music, their mental health advocacy, and for bringing some amazing artists into the Dire Bear family. We thank those of you who support us on Patreon, and anyone who might be interested in doing so. We thank all of you who visit the Streamlabs store for Dire Bear merch, where you can find our Beyond Alignment shirts, our Rainbow D20 shirts, if you also want to showcase your support for the LGBTQ community in the most geekish way possible. Like I always say, it's a year-round battle, and we're really thankful that you help us fight it. JT, back to you.
You couldn't have said it any better, honestly. We stand strong for our allies. We stand strong for our friends. You're not alone. We're here. We're with you. So with that, let's take a deep breath and start tonight's session. Last time on Falskallan Nights, Team Them finally made it back to the Greedy Drake and had a rest and relaxation, knowing that in a couple of days' time, the final siege for Solnes will happen with a little bit of planning and a little bit of creativeness. Everybody should be coming together and to help take the city again. With a lot of really good conversations having between players and the NPCs. Tobias had asked team them and a couple other of the scouts to go on a special mission to see if they can find an entrance into the Citadel. Team them had said yes, and that's where we're going to start tonight's session. You guys have an hour to get yourself prepared with items or any little things that you wanted to do during this time of rest. I believe we're on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're on day 2 of 3.
I believe so.
You're quiet there, Matt.
Cool. So is this the same day that Yimmer and Halsterian tripped balls?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And Yimmer's still tripping balls because he had a second mushroom.
Yes.
You're
You're still chapless asses out.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Yimmer will get dressed, and then, in the spirit of all good decisions, while on psychedelics, we'll go ask for a crossbow.
Damn.
I got dressed first. Could have done it the other way around, but, just thought, safety first. As his pupils are, like, the entire size of his iris.
You do that. You go up to one of the guards that is there is some sort of like a makeshift armory kind of where the guards would kind of get out of their armor because they can't be in it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And so roll a persuasion check for me, please.
I can do that.
And you're lucky I'm not putting it at disadvantage because you're one of the people who volunteered.
29.
What? What?
I have a plus 11.
For persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm muted. Give him
was-
disadvantage anyway.
How do you think Yimmer's not been killed all this time?
True.
I was like, why aren't you the group? Wait.
It's very much a survival skill.
Yeah, you've survived. For the amount of shit you've gotten yourself into. The fact that you're able to talk your way out of it. And I didn't even fucking realize this.
That's what makes me a good spy, because I live to tell the tale.
Dead men tell no tales.
So how awesome is this crossbow then?
Your high persuasion doesn't change the quality of the crossbow.
I could convince it otherwise.
You convince the crossbow?
Yeah.
You're high enough to try.
You're having a good day.
What would make you work better?
Let me help you. Oh god, it's like a business pitch. I know I want something from you, but how do I achieve that with you?
You like putting bolts in things. How do I help you put bolts in things?
So you walk up to this guard who's kind of half watching the armory, kind of cleaning off some of the old armor and attempting to de-stench it. This is like a middle-aged man, looks like he's worked the guard patrols, clearly like just ingrained in his duty, and like semi tall, like 5'5", short cropped hair, nice trimmed beard, just ginger all the way through and through. You see he's wearing basically just his civilian clothing. He's got a piece of armor with him on his lap and like a cloth. And it smells a bit of like lavender and a little bit of red wine vinegar that's kind of just gotten spoiled enough just to desanitize and clean everything. And so you start trying to convince him.
My friend,
yeah.
I see you have a lot of weapons that you're looking after. And I thought I would help you by getting rid of one of those things that you have to look after. Therefore, you have to look after less. How does that sound to you? Can I have this crossbow?
You're one of the volunteers, aren't you?
Yeah. I put my hand up. Not sure what it was, but I think I need a crossbow.
Hey, well, I find myself to have this crossbow right for you, and I think it works perfectly.
That is a wonderful, beautiful purple, yellow, and red crossbow. I will take it.
I don't know why they painted it this way. It was one of Beetle's old weapons, but here, let's take it.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Do you have any bolts?
No, you gotta find those yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Just fucking with you. Here, he just throws 20 bolts at you.
Woohoo! 20 crossbow bolts.
Crossbow bolts.
Ooh. And what kind of crossbow have I received?
You've received a crossbow.
Like a light crossbow, a heavy crossbow?
It's a light crossbow. It's
Okay. Same as the last one.
yeah, just except
Working.
well, you don't know.
I inspect it.
Make an investigation check.
Da, 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 da. 19.
Compared to the last crossbow that you'd received, you tell that a lot of things have been maintained quite well. The metal has been freshly oiled, and a lot of the mechanisms, even if just plucking at the strings, you hear a nice boom. You're like, yep, this is going to be one perfectly good working crossbow.
Yeah, that doesn't sound to look like betrayal at all this time. Well,
Little did he know.
so yeah, Yimmer will have that.
Why does this normal crossbow attune to me?
Okay, so you head back. Who else is doing what?
Has anyone
Howard.
reached out Sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Howard's just taking a short rest.
Short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Arcane recovery.
Yep.
Perfect.
Nice.
You get some arcane recovery going on that. Diamond back.
I would like to check in with Spleen and see if there are any if we brought the aforementioned numerous pilfered cultist robes with us, and if there's any one of them in my size.
Yeah.
Shit, you guys killed a lot of them.
Yeah. Like, that many. Maybe this many. I don't know.
Spleen, make a deception check on that one.
Oh. Where's the D? 9.
9. Diamondback making Inception. Insight. Inception check.
Absolutely. Yeah, boy. Oh dear. How good's my insight? Also 9.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah, you believe her.
I'm sure it has to be at least that many.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe this one.
Mm.
Maybe that one, but that one's got a little tear in it.
Oh, hang on a sec. And
This
I
one's
can,
got like a brown stain on the back.
not taking that one. Yeah, but if I find one in my size that has some, mild previous owner got killed in this damage, I'll just kind of mend it and give it a try on.
Okay. Yeah. You find a set of robes that are just a little too wide in the shoulders, so you put it on and it droops down. You notice that there's a couple slashing marks that one was a giant slash mark that kind of curves down the spine, but then there's also a hole that goes right beside where you think a heart was. With a little bit of blood pooling going in from that.
Well, I'm sure you earned it. And I'll just kind of do what I can to maybe see if I can adjust it over top of the breastplate after mending the tears to give it a little more oomph.
Yeah. So you start using the mending cantrip, and a lot of the seams, like you were able to get everything in close together, and because the cuts were frayed really tight, as like this was a sharp weapon that had done this instead of some sort of blunted thing. A lot of it was clean, so you're able to start mending it together, but it's going to take you a good half hour to do it. Because it's just one of those like, yeah, you got to take a steamer to a thing. You're going to have to just.
Yeah. How long till we head out?
Another few hours. We're heading out in the evening for the cover of night, are we not?
Oh, fantastic. Anybody else need anything sewn?
Don't think we had any. Well, I imagine Beatrice might. She and Spleen both got pretty roughed up.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, anything you want magically patched up, just toss it over here. I'm going to be at this a while.
Just robes, everything.
Oh. Well, I done gone forgot that was the only set of clothing you owned.
Oh, now we're getting naked again? I just got dressed. Yimmer undresses.
Yep.
You just hear muffled in the background.
Oh.
And Spleen's just gonna sit there, tatas out, sharpening her weapons.
Diamondback reprioritizes mending Spleen's and Yimmer's clothing so that they can get dressed a bit faster. Yeah, you know what? The disguise can wait a bit. Here we go.
Free the tatas.
It's nothing you haven't seen before.
Hakuna, your tatas, please.
Oh, I'm very aware of it, Yim, and once again, surprisingly hygienic considering your usual state of being.
Well, no one likes an unkempt bush, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just remember the braids.
Forgot about that.
It just remembers the braids.
Forgot about that, yeah.
Of or keep it waxed.
Yep. And when you look at it, there's your pants.
Yeah, cool. He doesn't put them on.
Nice.
Oh, we're gonna miss the evening orgy. Ah,
We've been having those?
well, that sounded like what was happening. I was talking to that one lady, and she was like, "People are getting naked tonight." Maybe not exactly those words, but we had an understanding.
Make a
I thought you
deception
invited
check.
her to dinner.
Everyone else make an insight check.
Different dice.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Deception. 17.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
Nope. Say nope. Nope.
Where's Juju?
I don't know.
He's just walked away from this.
I just realized he's not here.
It's like,
I don't know why I just thought the blanket was him.
Yim's naked again and fuck this shit I'm out.
Yep, he's just not anywhere to be seen. Off studying his spellbook.
Well, you believe him.
Huh.
I mean,
To
I
be
guess
honest,
you gotta
this
get
is
by
my
somehow.
Do you have to RSVP to one of those, or is it? Well, I suppose come as you are.
They do like knowing unless you come with a snack. Because,
Define snack.
something to eat, shareable, something that, you'd want to come back for seconds, in between.
We're still talking about sex, right?
And snacks.
Mm.
Be surprised. A good snack
Hey.
make all the orgy.
That can be both at the same time.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. Sometimes
But
someone is the snack.
I hear somebody's been reading Berserk.
I love that story.
The tale of my people.
And Diamondback just kind of nods and continues to magically fix people's clothes.
Yep.
Hal, are you sober?
As I'm probably going to get tonight.
Okay. Okay. Have you seen any shit yet? While you're tripping balls?
He looks at Yimmer. Mm-hmm.
Yimmer's just braiding his,
It's like a 7-pointed star now.
These are the heroes that are going to save this place.
Yeah.
Are we though?
We are the best the colors could send.
Yep.
Oh my god.
excellent. The pickle juice.
Oh, man.
You didn't even have to go to the fridge for it.
That's because I pre-planned for this shit. I've just
We have-
accepted that this is gonna happen.
Truly lived up to the name we chose.
Mm.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Looks like you're drinking clam juice.
But yeah, Yimmer's good. So
I'm
start
good.
getting dressed and ready to go.
I'm just waiting.
It's like he read my thoughts. Great.
So, Would have we actually decided whether or not we're going to call in that favor with the dryads? The attacking the Citadel might be a good reason to use it. Of course, that's all going to be up to Howard since it's written in his skin somehow.
Well, I don't know. Like, are we wanting to save it for like, oh shit, this is not going the way that we planned? And then bump? Or, like you said, use it to maybe... it depends on what it is. What if it's like, you use it and it's just like, here's a cat. A magical cat that does nothing.
Do you think those dryads would provide a magical cat?
Possibly. I don't know. Okay, fine, it'll be a plant cat. There.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden they give me a giant pumpkin.
And like,
Supply a basket of fruit.
Does it show up right away, or is it like they send it to us when we call for it, and it's still like be there next day? Or
Oh yeah.
That is actually part of what I'm asking. We didn't really clarify that when they gave us the contact, but I have to assume that magical transportation is still going to be within their purview.
Well, can you use your little book thing and try to write to them? I don't know how that works.
No, they would have to have written their name in the book.
Oh. Or maybe Howard can,
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose if he isn't drained already, and if they don't have any other barriers preventing that from happening, then perhaps.
we should probably go find him. I'm gonna go find him. I'll be right back.
I'll join you. Well, you might need help.
What?
4 eyes are better than 2.
All right, well, I'll stick around here and make sure Yim don't wander off naked again.
I'm decent now.
As he's attempting to put his pants on.
How do you not get cold? It's freezing.
Like insulation.
It tracks.
Yeah, like I don't know how
He's got
all
like
you guys.
He's basically got like a Robin Williams set of
blubber.
skin. Just it's all hair.
Besides, Yim, whenever you're fully clothed, decent now is always the operative term.
Yeah, that is true. I need to get new clothes. It's been a while since we've gone to like a nice party.
Well, you got some new ones for that council meeting, didn't you?
Yeah, but like party like that wasn't a lot of fun. That was talking. But yeah, when are we leaving? Nowish?
Getting there.
You see Helster and you see him come up. Right. So you guys almost ready to go. Well, why did you take your pants off?
Well, I put them on and then we got naked again, and now this is the second time. So you're welcome.
Lord, that's all right. All right. We got about 30 minutes before we head out. Just letting you know.
Oh, where are we leaving from? Like the main exit?
Yeah, into the sewers.
Oh, I need to find Howard.
We're all trying to find Howard right now.
Here
they
are you actually
come.
looking for Howard, or are you dealing with Bumble and
No.
Stumble?
Well, it's to address that.
Yeah, you already
Well,
dealt
they're-
with them today.
No, they're frozen. I need to find Howard to thaw them.
Right, I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Like a nice 90 power microwave setting on defrost, you know.
Ooh.
Ding! You just see a bunch of popcorn come out of them.
Have you
Ugh.
tried a hairdryer?
So you guys are looking for Howard. Where's Howard?
He's just off in another room where he can have quiet while he's reading.
Yeah,
So
that's
are we
not.
just all calling for you and you're just ignoring us?
Oh, I'm definitely not within immediate earshot, but
I'll
if y'all
sniff you
start
out.
coming around, he's not
Yeah,
like
you bet.
hiding.
Yeah. Man, you're terrible at hiding. We found you, so like you're just there.
I was hiding?
Yeah, wait, were you not?
No?
Oh.
Was I supposed to
Well,
be?
no, it's not important. How go you?
Yes, they were looking to leave soon. Do you have enough energy to contact the Dryads to see if... Well, I'm not sure how your tattoo works, but if you need to contact them for the actual raid tomorrow, it might be good to at least have them, I don't know, I suppose on call?
Or like ask them what the heck the gift is. Is it like when you call them, it like happens right then and there, or does it take a little bit of time to get where we are? Cause like that is it's important.
Al, are you down from the shrooms now? 'Cause the raid's not tomorrow. We have another day yet.
Wait,
No, it was tomorrow is the raid day.
Wasn't it 4 days?
I don't remember 3.
I think it's 3.
Okay. Uh,
And that says something that I even know.
3 now.
yeah, either way. I don't know how it works. I would rather not reach out to them immediately because I'm a bit drained from everything today, and I can reach out once.
Sorry.
I have very little for us to go out already.
Understandable.
I
I
mean,
mean, you don't have to come. It's just a scouting thing.
better.
Oh, well, I don't want to
not.
go.
Well, you're not even like sober. So,
Yes.
and you suck at being quiet.
Wha-
And you kind of have like this weird like eyebrow twitch at times, and it really distracts me sometimes. So I think maybe, and sometimes also your left step every couple. I'm just kidding.
So I was getting
You
weirdly
just hear in the
specific.
background. You just hear Hellstern. And I noticed that your colors clash as well.
Well, that one isn't my fault. I have what I have at this point, I suppose.
Remind me, JT. All the non-combatant people are not in this area, right? They're either shamblers or dead or out of the city. Right? Or were there some here?
Like, are you talking within the Greedy Drake itself, or are you talking within the trade ward?
Within the Greedy Drake, like the
No,
ones we know of
there
in
are
this area.
There are civilians here.
Okay. I could not remember.
Yeah, like there are a mix of like guards, civilians, Beetle's men, Beetle
Okay.
himself.
Okay. So
And-
there are people that they have not been able to get out. Because,
Yeah.
well, situation. I
A few
suppose
children that you scared off, I think, as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. I suppose I could just try and use it right now and see if we can go, hey, can you help us with this thing tomorrow?
Seems as good a plan as any.
Yeah. Or ask what do.
Well, they're not going to show up with a piñata. It's...
If
You don't know that? It could be a plant pinata.
Yeah.
We...
Who
think it-
said that?
It was in... No, as a favor in return for helping them, they will come to help us. Yes? Was I wrong in understanding that?
that's what
At
they
the very
said.
least, they should be able to assist us
They weren't
in
specific.
some meaningful way.
Yeah. And as much as they can be assholes that know their way around a fight.
They certainly do.
Honestly, if they can just cause some disarray in the Moondocks, ease what Emily's group needs to
Sorry.
do. That would be ideal. She was not having the best of time getting groups together. She was able to scrounge together enough to do the job, but
I don't like the way you think.
fuck it, let's give it a shot.
So you're 1-800 dial.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing.
1-800 dial a dryad.
That's essentially what he's trying to do.
Hello, QVC. Quest Verdancy Company.
I know what it does.
Uh-oh.
It is a freaking nuke. That comes down on your location.
I was gonna say, yeah, that pause is so pregnant it's expecting twins.
Quadruplets.
Oh no.
We made a bad choice, and I love it. And I love it.
Oh no.
We're supposed to go out for a scouting
Yeah.
mission, and we just like messed everything up.
Surprise! The assault goes on now.
Now.
I thought you were going to
Alternatively, the
message.
exact opposite. and
Same.
I thought you
I
were
thought you were
as
gonna
well.
message.
it's dark skin for
That's
an
what I
hour.
was agreeing to.
I thought.
Howard's like, I mean, they said use it when we need help. They didn't specify as you need help in the moment. I'm sure I can just ask them, hey, can you help us with this tomorrow? I'm sure it's a communication magic of some kind.
Are you sure you don't want me to identify it beforehand?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, that's true. You do have that.
I do.
He would.
It'll take me a
He
few
would
minutes.
think to have you do that. I will say that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So are we
In that
rewinding
case-
like the 5 seconds before you start trying to actively
If
fuck with
you
it?
would allow us
I
to,
legit
sure.
thought you were
I'm
message,
okay
not
with that.
activated.
Yeah.
I have one slot right now that I can use 3rd level and above. One. I have 7 slots total. Nope. 6 slots total.
Okay, so I start dancing around you and cast Identify.
Yimmer
Dance.
just comes in at this point. Oh,
I dance,
well, this is different.
to identify the dance. I dance. To identify the pants.
I've always pictured
Yes,
it
I
as
thought
more
about
as like
you
the
on
monkey.
Howard. What does it do? We don't know that.
Diamondback just starts playing a little tune to go along with it.
Did I catch you without the pants at one point? Did he lose his pants in the middle of this dance?
No.
He's giving you a lap dance. What do you expect?
Bow, chicka, chicka, bow, chicka.
That identification
The
you
horn
really have to
extra.
pay for.
Yeah.
I love
Anyway,
A moment later.
I'm fucking done with you guys.
it.
one pickle later.
I was gonna say, hey, with all the rainbows around, did you think we were gonna play it straight?
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, fiddlesticks and gumption.
you do know this means war.
Well played.
Oh, oh my god, I didn't see what he did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tom and I would be proud.
Yep.
I had to. So you identify, I believe it's a butterfly tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah, the butterfly tattoo that just like as he starts identifying, it starts visibly showing onto the skin itself. And it's again, it's this beautiful, intricate like design of a monarch butterfly, but it also has all these extended like tendrils and like what looks to be wisps of wind, spectral dust, and whatnot. It's beautiful as it lands right onto the forearm and goes and follows it down to the wrist. Halsterian, you identify it to be summoning magic.
Ew.
I forget the official schooling of it. Conjuration.
Do not touch that.
And you also realize that an activation of it takes 6 seconds. It takes 6 seconds and an active will and focus onto the tattoo itself. So it's not like it's in turn, it's not like if you just generally think of it as, oh, there's the tattoo, it will activate. It's like you actually have to go in with the willing of it. Just I choose to call upon the favor of Oscar.
Makes sense. And of course, I relayed this information to him. So, yes, likely something will be summoned. But best use that as a true emergency if you have 6 seconds to spare.
Alrighty then. Maybe we wait until we actually need it in the moment.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah, good thing you didn't activate it or something. That would have been so dumb.
Yeah, I was wondering why it wasn't working. That makes more sense now.
You're lucky I'm
Imagine
fucking
how many
generous with
earth
you
elements-
people.
And you just reset your own cursing timer.
I don't give a
Oh
fuck.
no! I forgot it was
That's not
going.
his problem.
You brought this upon yourself.
It's the Charminar
Father, why?
special.
It's daddy, please. Thank you.
Sure.
Papa, Papa, why?
Papa, can you hear me?
Oh, no.
Yentl.
I just thought of that Gaston song.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Alright.
what a fitting song for tonight.
sewers.
Oh, please no.
So are you staying or are you coming?
How
Oh,
much
come on.
use will I be if I go into the sewers with something over my nose?
Plenty?
What?
Don't think we're looking
Plenty.
to smell them out.
Spring can do that for us anyway.
Yeah.
Very well, I'll come with. And he does promptly tie something around just so he can smell some he prestidigitates some string or something and just ties it around so he has something nice to smell.
You can't just prestidigitate string.
Prestidigitate string to make it smell
I got
good.
prestidigitation and thaumaturgy. That'll clear everything.
You have the mask.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. Then I'll use it on the mask instead, since I do have that. Thank you. Make that
Prestidigitate
smell
string.
good.
See, now here I thought you were just gonna do something like tie a bit of string or whatnot to your horns to your nose, so you didn't have to hold anything up.
Well, yeah,
So you're
that was
just
the
like-
idea.
So
Just
you're
get
just
some
like-
string in my backpack, make it smell like, I don't know, cinnamon cake, and then we're
Whoa.
good.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh my god, you literally have a string full of posies. Got it.
And here we are, problem solved.
Just a posy in his nostril.
All I can think about is Ace Ventura, just the asparagus down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something in my teeth.
Oh,
Howard, you're good with fire, right? Are you able to make a little bit of fire without it being too much trouble for you?
Yeah?
Great. Before we head out, we need to go out and thaw out Horace and Boris. They're kind of frozen in a clump. And
You should ask Hal for that. He's better at that than me.
Oh. Hal,
I mean,
let's go on an adventure.
very well.
Okay.
At least he didn't say a trip.
The night is young.
part.
So you head back down with the last 10 minutes remaining
That's
before
a
the
really
scouts
long
go out.
time.
Mhm. Okay.
You see Dunnell at the door,
Oh,
still half sleeping.
just let him sleep. We'll just go out. He's fine.
Isn't this a problem with our safety?
Well, he's not the only one out there. which is why you're here. Come.
Very well. Oh,
Yeah,
those.
yeah. Horace, Boris, you remember Hal?
You just see
Hell?
them.
Yeah.
Hello.
So they're kind of stuck there. If you could like maybe warm them up a bit, like a little bit, but not too much. Like don't want them crispy. Like a little, like soggy's okay in this case.
Well, suppose I could try to do some shape water around them, see if maybe I can ease the icicles into more fluid shapes in their body.
Yeah. What you said.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
All right, you start shaping water.
Yes, try and make it more fluid in their solid puddle.
Strange way of
What the fuck, man?
Is it or is it not a solid puddle?
Also reset
Don't like
the
it.
swears.
I'm not sure the mushrooms are done with you, friend.
Just a little wisp of it comes out. So control water is what? 5 foot square, basically?
5-foot cube, yeah.
Cool. I mean, and that's a leveled spell or is that cantrip?
Cantrip.
Gotcha. I mean, you begin to focus on the water or the frozen ice and snow that has been accumulating over these bodies, and you realize, okay, this is just solid water, but you still are able to control the molecules themselves. You start doing that, and bit by bit, you start removing the ice, basically by forcing it and refreezing it off on another plane. This will take you about 5 minutes to do for each of the bodies, because there's just so much accumulation, and because this is a cantrip, you because it's a cantrip, it's just not that powerful to do quickly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it will satisfy the requirement of no Bernie.
Exactly.
Bernie bad. Wiggle your left toe.
You just see.
Oh no, the big toe.
You just
No,
see
wriggle
one of the
big toe.
toes.
We'll fix that later. You will, won't you?
Like it'll work itself out. Like when they walk,
Okay.
it'll flatten.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, they're fine. But thank you so much. Oh, Yimmer runs over and grabs the broken arm. Is it still like wiggling?
Yeah,
Like
there's still like It'll take an extra minute to get the broken arm off done because it's like, wait, no, that happened earlier today, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So it still has a little bit of twitch in it, but it's not. You don't feel like it has a lot of range of motion to it.
But like it is still part of one of them.
I mean, it is one of their arms. It's still twitching. What
Hey,
do you want?
Horace, can you give a thumbs up with this hand?
You see the one on his body.
No, on this one. Does it? Like that one?
It's not the one you're holding.
Oh well. Oh, and runs back, grabs it, puts it in Mr. Sack. You might have more use to this. And puts it in. And yeah.
At least feed it to Bree.
I don't know how long they've been out. Like, and like Bree's still kind of young, so like you don't want to give him like bad stuff. I think.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah. Like it's not like it's like one of those birds that eat dead things. In that case, yeah. But like crocodile. Probably not. When it's fresh, yeah.
No, I
And
baby
I mean,
vulture.
maybe she can have a finger as a treat.
yeah. Yeah. When we come down, she can grab that. Oh, I put the arm away already. Well, we'll find another.
That's true.
Your bag horrifies me in ways I can't quite comprehend.
Oh, it's not that bad. It kind of likes you too, so, you know. Anyways, when are they coming?
Oh, they're already left.
What?
Well, we took so long here. They already headed out.
While
thought
this
they were-
is happening, so during the 10 minutes you guys are doing this, are you guys actually the rest of y'all up to something, or we just gonna
No.
end it and end the wait with
I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
cool.
I'm just waiting.
So it's at this point you guys are having this conversation and you see Hellstern, Karras, and Ludlow come out with Diamondback, Spleen, and Howard.
Nobody panic.
What?
This,
What the hell is that?
this is Horace and this is Boris. They're my friends. Very friendly. They listen to me.
Goes for the sword. Sing.
Oh, no need for that. Say hello, Horace and Boris.
Boris. You just see both of them in unison.
Yes, see?
Oh, make them dab next.
Oh no.
Well, you just see you see Horace with one arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I thought they could help us scout. Because, no one expects, you know,
Finish Inquisition.
people locked in.
You're dealing with dangerous magics there. That's all I'm gonna say. And how
Oh,
the hell are they
no.
gonna help us scout?
Well, if they
Have
go
you thought
first,
this true?
yes. If they go first,
He turns to Diamondback. Has he thought this through?
Yeah. Shockingly.
What stops me from dispatching them right now? Because they could turn again.
Not till tomorrow. Just
And
saying.
he's been doing a good job of keeping an eye on them. Trust me. If they had gone unfriendly on us, we'd have known by now.
Right. I don't like them.
Oh, don't worry about it. They'll grow on you.
I'd rather they didn't.
Okay, horse and boss, you hear that? Do not grow on him.
Huh.
See? Not so bad. So yeah, they can go first, and that way, if there are any traps or any dangers, they'll, Horus Boris, cover your ears. They will die, for real, again, and they will, have served their purpose. They've done a very friendly thing. Well, really,
Horse can only reach one ear.
Oh, I didn't mean that, Horace. Horace, you're awesome. You'll be around forever. Looking forward to our relationship.
It's at this point Boris still hasn't put his arms down.
See, they're real good guys.
I mean, look, he's got a point. Plus, two of them were able to figure their way around up top without getting waylaid by shamblers. So if we need to send something through nasty territory to start shit somewhere else, they've got their uses.
Now that's a convincing conversation right there.
Very effective distraction.
Right. Then that's the case. They're up front. Send them.
Okay, Horus Boris, stay, 10 Diamondback feet from ahead of us. Because
You see Horace walking, but Boris still has his arms over his ears.
Boris, put your arms down. Shit.
He can't hear you, Yimmer.
Do you think it responds to interpretive dance?
Only one way to try. And yeah.
Joke's on you, the cursing timer ran out.
Oh, it did.
He's gonna put another one up, you know that.
Yeah,
See?
there it is.
Ah.
God damn it.
Just remember, the more you use on us, the less you can use on Monday.
Is that supposed to be a threat?
I'm sure he has plenty.
Reminder of reality.
I've got
yeah.
23,000 points. I'm good.
Oh, you're only
That's
50,000 behind me.
Only.
Oh, well.
Look at Mr. Big Dick over there. Well, that's because I've been actually using my points. So you sent Boris and Boris up front, and so Hellstern leads the way. You guys start going west into the Solnes sewer system. It's dark. It is cold. It's like the air is. It has like a snap chill to it, where it's like it's just the humidity in the air is not helping because it gets right into the bones, but because it's still air, it's that much colder. It's a good Minnesotan winter. I'd like all of you to make survival checks.
Oh no.
Okay,
the one.
come on, some other die.
Ain't killing me today.
Wow. I
Whoa.
have not rolled above single digits.
Yeah. And I'd like marching order because Hellstern and Karis are up front. Ludlow is behind.
Yimmer will be up towards the front.
Same.
Oh,
but
Based
kinda
on
towards
my
the side a
roll,
little bit.
Howard has started to go the wrong direction enough times that he has been forced into the center of the group and not allowed to leave.
same with Diamondback, most likely.
Cool. So, Hellstern got a 23. Karis got also a 23.
Nice.
Ludlow is in the back for a reason. So who got what? Howard. Uno. Ooh, terrible.
With
Spain.
no bonus.
A filthy 20. Dirty.
Filthy 20.
Filthy.
Naughty.
Yimmer.
A sweaty 20.
20 what?
24.
Okay. Halstarian.
2.
Diamondback.
Thick.
Cool.
Howard
know
just
who's
keeps
doing
following
what.
Hal in the wrong direction, and they're just like, y'all get in the middle. Stop it.
You're basically doing a game of follow the leader.
Yeah.
Heading through, you go through where you see the sewer crates above to where the city is, and it's nice having just a little section of light that's coming through, although it's starting to become dusk. So that light is very, like, you see the oranges coming through, and the grates are just large enough to have about like a 5-foot wide swath of like light kind of come down, but it only just flickers every 50 feet or so. So it's still a very dark section. You see Hellstern just looking left and right. You come into a T intersection. All right. We're going to go this way, and ends up taking a left-hand turn.
Hal. We need to re-up mage armor in a moment. I do not have a lot left. How do you
Don't worry
feel?
about me.
Well, I was going to suggest, how do you feel about trying to tap into that lighter threat? You do the mage armor this time around. See how it reacts.
Okay.
Worst case, I'll put it up myself.
Just sort of taps his armor in a certain pattern. Or no, not his armor, his clothes, because he's not wearing armor anymore. It's just the coat. Well, it seems to be up. Doesn't feel different.
Want to give it a shot?
Sure. Give me a smack then.
Oh, I meant putting it up on me as well.
Oh. I actually can't cast it on another person.
Really?
Yeah.
Thought it was at will.
At will, on oneself, yes.
He willingly himself.
Well, alrighty. I have to keep myself. If it gives you any trouble, though, say something.
Let me double check that just in case, though. Otherwise, so I had one of my features say that, and I wanted to make sure of that. That's it. Oh, okay. So I can still cast it, but it's when I cast it on myself, it's at will without expending spell slot or material components. So I can still cast it.
But
Hmm.
it requires a slot for other people,
Yes.
which, in that case, we're gonna save your slot.
Thank you.
That's right. You saved that slot. You saved that for marriage.
I've already put the ships in the chat.
Wow.
One's a canoe.
Hey,
Oh my
look, I was
God.
exhausting every emoji available.
Welcome to Dirty Pickle Talk. So you guys, you're updating your mage armor?
Yes.
Is that what I'm getting from this whole conversation?
Mm-hmm.
So who
That's
does
it.
what?
Oh, I'm casting it on myself while he taps into that thread, or tries to, for himself.
Okay. So you cast mage armor, doesn't expend a spell slot for you. Halsterian.
No, yeah, it doesn't expend any spell slots.
Cool. You think of the mage armor, and you do a bit of the somatic effects. The somatic effects with it, and you feel the warmth, and just like it almost feels like a tight hug just embrace you, and then you start moving freely, and you don't feel that pressure anymore, and you sense the connection, like you sense the magical force protecting your body.
It smells a little bit like tea now. That's quite pleasant.
the two chrysanthemums that are stuck in your nose just Hellstern points you in the right direction to send Horus and Boris and Karis. Karis comes in. I haven't been down this way in a long time. Hellstern, did you ever use the smuggling rats down here? Yeah, I tried to do it a couple times. I ended up stealing some food and wine from the Citadel storages, but I was too afraid to come back. Beetle was pretty nice to me about that. So, he gave me a good reward for that.
Oh, were you into smuggling it too?
How do you think I know the sewer so well? Only way to stay out of guard sight.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I'm kind of a smuggler myself sometimes. I'm Yimmer, just in case you didn't remember me. I've been kind of like the naked guy running
Yeah.
around.
I know who you are. What crew were you part of?
Well, you know, don't want to name names or anything. Uh, Sabrex crew?
Sabrak. Out of Menestad?
Yeah.
He's still around. Huh. I thought he died a while ago.
Did he? Huh. Have to look into that. The tailor shop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Sabrak's crew.
Okay. Just came to me.
Lore.
Yeah. Didn't really come down this way too often. But yeah, you said we're going to the Citadel? Like cellars?
Oi, that's all I know, right, Cars? Karis looks over. I never really went to this. I never went through to the stores of the Citadel. I kept more to the murky docks myself. I know all the interweaving pathways there and all the maintenance routes as well.
Kind of think. Wonder if we can get to the Citadel, like without coming out. Might be worth looking into, but yeah. Where are we going?
Well, Hellstern, we're gonna see if that way is still open to the food stores. Because if we can get into there, we might have a good shot getting into the Citadel itself.
Okay.
That's more or less the idea and plan.
So, how far is that now?
How far is that? If I remember correctly, it should be another kilometer.
Oh, that's not far at all. I'll send Horse and Boris up a bit further ahead, so that like there's a bit more distance.
Right. All right, let's keep quiet. Let's keep moving. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got a boon.
Yeah, we got a boon. If you wanted me to roll it, I already did.
Roll it.
Okay.
Hey, Traz, you still here?
Oh, that beautiful view.
He is.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
have full benefit of the next healing we receive.
Nice.
Whoa.
That's good. Trez,
Trez.
I'm half putting together another Falskallan revolution. Yeah, another revolution thing. So you are cordially invited to when it happens next if you wish to be available for it.
We're gonna get to see the original colors return.
Yeah.
New color TV.
Now in Technica.
No, your technical colors.
If it was technical colors, would we all be artificers?
Had enough of you people.
Yeah.
Heading forward, I'd like stealth checks from you all.
Right. Come on, buddy.
No, I do pink.
Name of this game is I Win.
That's more like it.
Wait.
All right, so
Hmm.
HR, don't worry, I've been hitting us with all the with the no cursing.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Oh,
Missing you to this.
Hello.
Lisa.
Hello.
Oh,
Okay, so stealth checks. Howard,
Hang on. Oh, that's why.
Spleen,
8.
Yammer,
13.
Halsterian.
17.
Nice.
You're so quiet.
And Diamondback.
21.
Nice. Howard.
Natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
Wow, how the turntables have flipped.
Mhm.
Lissa, they've been creating chaos. Just don't encourage them. By the way, have fun with at Hosier.
Yeah, have some fun with that hosier. Yeah.
We are, ironically, we are taking them to a church, so
Hmm.
that'd be coincidentally, not ironic.
If we were to call in that, if we were to bring in that druid figure, would you sing "Call It the Birch"?
Wait.
I've been. What's the words again? I've been.
Take me to Snurch for Snail Church.
Oh, Snurch. What if somebody worshipped a snail god? Okay, character idea.
Heading forward, you take everything much more slowly because you're going at a stealthing pace. But a lot of you actually feel confident in the fact that you're with other scouts that know how to maintain a level of quiet and can call you out on how loud you're being and show you other ways to maintain some sort of set of stealth. You move on forward, following this following this sewer forward. You start noticing the architecture changing from very like a square design into something more rounded. And then you start seeing that the stone is starting to change within itself. So it's just a difference in materials. Very much, you guys start realizing that you are heading into you're heading into an older part of the city, and that means you must be starting to get close to where the Citadel is. Oddly enough, you start feeling a bit of warmth coming down the sewer tunnels as well. You start, and it's at this point you start noticing a bunch of different branching paths come out. It's almost maze-like.
Hmm.
Hell's turn. Right. This is why I don't like coming out this way. You can get real lost in here. Karis, any ideas? Mm. You said you'd get the food stores, right? Yeah, I did. What are you thinking? Uh, hmm. How did you end up finding it? Well, there was a map that I did have, but that came from Beetle himself. I don't have that anymore. I'm trying to remember it, but it's not coming to me. There's got to be another way than just trying to think this through. You guys come up with an idea?
Let me see. Boris. Can you take us to where were we going again? The Citadel storage or the food supply?
Food. food storage.
The food storage. Can you take us there without going out of the sewers? Please. Thank you. You're awesome.
Boris, I need you to create Oppenheimer's bomb.
And become death. That is three words.
You send them forward, and they both go off into different branching paths.
I
Ah.
I don't think they know the way you.
I may have made a mistake. Huh.
Well, one of them has to be probably right.
Yeah. Is this one of those ones where you have to ask one which one's lying?
Tell him to come back.
Oh,
Hey
guys,
guys,
lie.
I hope not. That'd be a bit of a betrayal. Not quite sure how I'd take that. Yeah, 50-50. Which one do we want to go with?
All right. I mean, we've been heading pretty consistently in the western direction for the most part, so I don't know. Anybody tell where's west from down here?
Can I roll a
Al
survival?
just immediately starts following Boris.
I mean, you guys already did roll a survival check earlier on, so
Okay. I'm happy to use that one still.
yeah.
So would I know which way is west?
You really don't have a reference points down here, and since you're not used to what is directly above you, it's super difficult to figure out. You would need at least some sort of an exterior reference, and the nearest one was probably a good half a kilometer back.
Mm.
You guys are kind of deep into this section of the sewers. It's at this point, Hellstern, wait. The warmth is where I kept following.
Works for me.
Yes, that makes sense.
All right, let's keep moving then. You might want to call your friends back.
Boys,
Neither of them went.
come back, please.
You just see them.
Oh, wow. You guys are a lot slower than I expected. Okay. Don't take that as a bad thing. Glad you're still here. But we're going that way. So if you could go ahead of us again, please. Thank you. You're awesome.
So they start moving ahead. You guys are following suit. As you start feeling the warmth, you start feeling the more warmth. It's like now actually starting to become comfortably, like it's not freezing anymore. It's actually rather comfortable. It's kind of like on a nice spring day where you feel the cold in the air, but a nice breeze, like a nice warm breeze hits you and you're just like, that feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
A spring 6, not a fall 6.
Yes.
As we get more towards the warmth, I'm gonna dig the the cultist robe out and move a little more towards the front of the group, just sort of like get ready to possibly disguise if needed.
Roger that. Yeah. Continuing on this path, you start noticing that like there's a bunch of different branches and pathways. Yeah, a bunch of different branches and pathways, and you definitely feel like a warmer breeze coming down through one of them. So you keep following it through. As you do, you start hearing noises off in the distance. You start hearing just what seems to be indistinguishable voices. It's hard to pick up what is being said. But you definitely tell that there's like at least a female with a strong voice. A female with a strong voice and more male voices that are replying back, but it's hard to just, like I said, distinguish.
Turn to Halstern. Kind of just put my hands on the hood of the cloak and go, or the robe, and go. You want me to try and do this the subtle way?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's a yes.
I think that was also take spleen with you.
Probably a good idea to
Mm,
give it a shot.
yeah. And so I'll take my hat off, hand it over to Yimmer.
Can't have this go over the crown. Who else wants to have the hat? No offense, it's just I have a crown and can't put something on the crown that, you know.
Oh, for goodness sake, I'll take it.
Thank you. Just mind them horns if you try it on, would you?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to mend that. And yeah, I kind of like put the hood up. I look at Spleen and go, "All right. You feel like doing a little bit of acting?"
What?
We're gonna pretend to be the bad guys in order to catch the other bad guys off guard. So maybe just let me do the talking, all right?
Okay.
Hellstern just turns to you. What the hell are you doing?
Well,
We're trying to observe. What are you? We hear people up there. We're gonna observe.
yeah, I'm just saying we could try to observe from a closer vantage point.
Do you
And
know
maybe
what's up
get
there?
some- Yeah. No, I don't.
Well, neither
Do you
do
want-
we. Scouts, we see. We don't act.
Yeah, but you also gather intel, right?
Gathering intel is through observation and understanding of troop movements.
Yeah,
Just looking back and forth.
but you can also con it out of them.
Yeah, you could do that on your own time. We're still heading this thing.
All right, well, tell you what. We get far enough ahead, see what's what. If it's something worth investigating, why not give me a shot? Y'all can hang back. Spleen and I can get ourselves out of trouble if it comes to it.
Yeah. What he said. Yep.
My way first.
Of course.
Good. Now follow.
Right enough.
What a dick. And just whispers to Diamondback.
Who cares? I know.
And I just kind of go, yeah, I thought smugglers were supposed to be fun.
More like smuggling boringness, a turtle. so boring. All right, I'm getting my listening ears out. Ding! Echolocation.
Following down and hearing the noise, the sounds coming down this way, you start seeing like light as well, and you eventually come upon a like what is a 2-story section of a sewer system that is a pretty much like a giant junction point. And this architecture is beautifully carved, like elven carved, where there's like a lot of it's domed. It's domed. It has a huge cathedral and a nice pinnacle point right in the center, held by like a central lodestone. Like a central lodestone. You guys are up on a 2nd story while everything is sunken down into a 1st, which is further into the ground. Which, as you're coming in, everything is hewn from stone in here. There isn't any metal whatsoever. Yeah, it's hewn from stone, and you see pathways up on the 2nd story, and as you start veering over with your stealth checks, you feel pretty solid to just like peek in and kind of look in. And even then, like these like the chest high walls also have slats in them, just so that you have ways to see in and through. Like arrow notches and whatnot, or arrow nooks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking in and you start seeing that there's crates everywhere, and what looks to be a group of people wearing similar robes to what you have, moving the crates back and forth, and there is a singular woman who isn't doing really anything but kind of not barking orders, but having a conversation rather loudly with one of the people. I don't care. We're going to do it this way. This is what Spreader has asked us to do. We got to make sure that we get these into the right points, and when we do, we'll distribute them. The other person, logistics of trying to get everything out is just insane, especially with the time frame. We can't do this in another couple weeks. It's dang near impossibility. I don't care about the impossibility. We're going to get it done. And that's that. Now, don't defy me, and let's go. You look closer and you see what looks to be a half-orcish woman with pointed tusks sticking out. Very fine, like, feminine features, but you definitely tell that there's, like, a strong muscle structure right underneath. And the thing that sets her differently from any of the other half-orcish people that you've seen is the fact that her skin is very, like, it's a very pale turquoise. It is very pale turquoise, but then you also start noticing that the ears are super pointed and long.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like almost goblin.
Or elf?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. You've never seen this before.
Well, I look over at Spleen and then look over. Are they?
They're more akin to Howard's ears,
Ooh. Interesting.
where goblin ears tend to stick more out, like out from the side of the head. These ones follow the line of the face.
Mm.
Gonna quickly. Oh, sorry.
Oh, she after that little exchange, she steps off a little bit and is starting to look through what looks to be like a manifest. Yeah. What were you asking there, Tom?
I'm gonna say I want to shoot a message over to Halstern, like cantrip message, so only he and I can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what's on that list.
Yeah. And then there's actually Yimmer. Yimmer and Halsterian. You feel like you feel the pull in this room. There's something that's drawing you in.
Oh, it's because you guys took mushrooms.
Yeah, let's go. Like,
Yes.
if you want, I can try and, smooth talk my way in. Get that and get out.
Hellstern turns to you. Well, it turns to every one of you. Right, I remember where I am now. It's unfortunate that they're blocking away, but if I remember right, he points out along the second story. It's like, we should be able to get through, and he points in pretty much like straight ahead, so you'd have to go around the circumference of the room and go through. Like, go through pretty much straight shot.
I say kill them.
That would be the way to do it.
Sweet.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe we can try and, I don't know, redirect their efforts. Convince them something's going to be going down at the moon docks tomorrow, or hell, any other part of town you like. May reduce the number of guards down here.
I'm not here to make the decisions on what battle tactics are happening. Remember, scouting.
Yeah. Keep in mind, anything we do now that they figure out, close this opening off.
Yeah.
I get you guys are gung-ho to get this shit done. But we need to do this smart. We have the element of surprise.
For now.
Let's
And if
not
we-
blow it.
Yeah, all right.
Don't want to attract attention to this area.
All right.
Close it to our access.
Yeah.
The fact that I got us this far, I still remember the routes. This is good. Ludlow, have you been? Ludlow comes back. Yeah, I've been marking the areas. I've been marking everywhere we've been going. So, by the time we get back down here, we'll know how to get here a lot quicker. This is good information that we've already found. The fact that we're not doing this a day of means that we get to do our job a lot quicker and we can retake this city.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, the fact that they're here. If they're here in the next time, we've got a bigger force. We could do.
Yeah.
Then we can take him. If you want to interrogate them, you get through information, what you need.
Well, so are we killing them or not?
No.
Dang it.
Don't let
The
them know
fuck
we're
is wrong
here.
with you? You've been paying attention?
No.
Good. Now let's go. Let's go back.
Right.
She backs up. She's watching
Just
them, but she's backing up.
Simpsons memes into the darkness.
Yeah.
A double no. Chris.
What?
Char's being cruel tonight.
What?
Oof.
Come on. Here we are supporting the LGBTQ
Mm-hmm.
in their time of need, and you're telling us that we can't swear. That's cruel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cruel.
You're a poopy head. So big poop. Your head is full of poop. You poopy. You are so mean.
Bunch of freaking freaks.
You freaking freaks.
you
That barely
okay over
came
there?
through.
Oh.
Yeah, you still have that. You still have the noise suppression on.
It's a good thing.
It escalated into high pitched something.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently our no curse is not working.
It's
What? I
working now.
see it up
It's showing
there.
on my
Yeah.
end.
I see it.
Is it?
Just the one.
No, I don't see it. Oh, yes, it is. It's up on me. That's why.
Yes.
It's
I
blocking
can
my
move
face.
that.
No, keep it there. Keep it there. Punish. Punish.
Punish.
I don't know why, but I just punish.
Punish him.
So it takes you a couple hours to. It takes you a couple hours. It takes you an hour to get back. Going stealthily and retracing your steps, you see the markings that Ludlow had left behind. They're very much like a glowing runic glyph, but there doesn't seem to be any more like magical power other than its glow.
Hey, glow. Yay.
The glyph was on what?
The glyphs are on the walls. It's just they're not magical per se. It's just the only real magic it has is the fact that it's a mark.
Hmm. Okay.
You guys find your way back to the Greedy Drake and what is it? Horse and Boris?
Yep.
Where are they at?
Well,
Did you
on the
put them
way-
back? Did you put them back into the same spot?
on the way back, did we see any bodies?
No.
Yeah. Except I'll set them down, like, against the wall. Not, like, in a pile.
Okay.
So that, like, they don't freeze over again.
Okay. Okay.
Could you conceivably just leave them where we just were and not re-up in the morning?
But then that would let them know that things are there. And I thought we
But
wanted.
zombies are there.
What?
Yeah, just lets them know that there's zombies about.
Yeah. But
We dress
then
them up to look like the Shamblers. They'll think that they did something wrong.
maybe. But the thing is, I don't want to run into them and them go on us by accident. So this way, I'm at least I'm addressing the problem before it becomes a problem. That's what Diamondback was trying to say.
That's a good idea.
All right. All right.
It's not a problem if you don't make it a problem or let it get. Don't make problems is what he wanted to say.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying.
Okay, I see.
And like they're kind of like guides. If anyone comes, yeah, horse and boss. If anyone comes that, no, don't attack anyone that comes. Just in case there's someone else that's out there that should be in. You know what? Just remain for the while. I'll come see you in the morning. So yeah.
Did you just tell them to remain remains?
I like that. But are they remains if they're not remaining somewhere?
Well, you just told them to remain.
Yeah, but remains. The remains, are they still remains? They're more like goings.
Are you guys coming or not?
Are
Right.
they comings? Is
Sorry.
it?
For God's sakes.
Or are they goings?
How the hell do you guys get anything done?
It happens. Why you speak like
I-
Smeagol
we
right
wanted
now?
to get things done, but someone was like, "No, wait for tomorrow." So this is what you get.
Isn't this fun? We're such a great team.
This-
What just happened?
God has left us.
God has left us behind.
Yep.
No,
Do you dare to
no.
imagine?
we have we
I forgot that happens.
Same.
Do you dare to imagine? Sir?
Yeah.
I've imagined too much with you people. Heading inside, you see Tobias sitting with Donald and Illyria. They're eating Illyria's next concoction. It's just another stew. It's not exactly great this time around, but it's something to eat. You see some of the guards that are patrolling within the main gambling hall section, just kind of walking back and forth and trying to keep the kids entertained a little bit. Tobias looks up, and you see Beatrice right beside them as well. And then he gets up. All right, Halstern, what did you find? Well, what we found was that there was I was able to retrace my path all the way back to the stores. I know where we were going, so when this attack starts, we can head right there, and then we can head right into the Citadel. And Tobias, oh, that's good. That's good. That'll be really helpful. I kind of went up onto our battlements and just tried to figure out what would happen, or what the weather would be like. It looks promising. This might actually work.
Only one way to find out. Make sure
Mhm.
everyone gets some rest before we get to it.
I had received word from Violet Fury if we could take control of this the teleportation portal, you'd be able to send another commando group in. That would drastically improve our chances.
Do
We
know
just need to
where-
make sure that that room is secure.
There's one in the Citadel. Of course there's one in the Citadel. Do we have any idea where it is?
I don't.
We don't have anyone here who's familiar with the Citadel's
Mm-mm.
area to search, but if we can find it, I don't know what use it might be to us in the middle of everything. I can use it.
Understood.
In fact, we could turn it into a base of operations in worst case scenario. If we can't take everything tomorrow, I don't fully expect us to, but if we can get the Citadel, we can use it as a base of operations, and anyone going out, as long as I'm with them, can get back to it quickly. As long as I have the resources.
It's a quick access is what we need. If Envy's going to bring her fleet in, then that means we have a decent distraction already going out. We get to the Citadel, we can take control of that room. Then we'll have a way to really control the city back.
Well, like Halstern said, to get into that place, we're going to need to, basically march right through the middle of whatever operation they got going down there right now. I think an idea I had today might work a little better tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Possibly find it.
Now that makes sense. Hellstern turns to you and says that.
yeah. All right now. Spleen, how many more of them robes you got?
Oh gosh. Hold on.
Magically enough for everybody.
I have enough for everybody.
No, you actually did pick up a lot of them.
I
That
There
would
was
be safe to say
12.
that
Yeah.
Just my size.
just your size. Nah, trying to find something that would fit you is difficult because everybody's built differently, especially Yimmer. Yimmer is really built differently.
Just so tiny and squat.
He's tiny.
See,
All right. Okay, well, if anybody else knows mending, we can probably get these repaired in time for striking out tomorrow. Way I figure it. Best case scenario, I might be able to pretend we're some group of reinforcements just got sent in all secret like, maybe even to assess how their operation is going.
Yeah.
If they buy it, probably just waltz right on in, start breaking shit on the inside. Sorry. Without causing too much trouble ahead of time. And, well, worst case scenario, maybe we catch them a little wrong-footed and the fight goes more our way.
Sounds
Me?
like a plan to me.
it's not a bad idea. It's worth a shot. I guess at this point we just got to get our rest. Make sure we're ready for tomorrow.
Pretty much.
I can help mend those things.
Yeah, thanks, Howard.
Have we heard back from um the cat guy and
Bray Hindergrass and Darren Calgrave.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have. Talked
So
to
what
him a
are-
little bit today.
what's
And-
gonna go on with them on that day, tomorrow?
Well, they've made some progress. They were still working on it, but they had something almost working. Kind of like a timed release of seemed like a smoke grenade kind of deal. sounds of it. I hadn't quite
And
finished
that's-
it, but
And
the
that's
sounds
gonna
of
be
it.
for the
Yeah.
Are we gonna be anywhere close to like a horde of them?
Don't know.
Unless that's gonna be what they're doing, is hitting that. Like when we first entered.
That is their plan, is to hit the hordes
Okay.
and possibly those riders.
Yeah.
Use their advantages of air superiority.
Yeah. Hmm. Is there any way that we can put white on us, on the people that are going out, above the sewers eventually? There's a bunch of snow. Using camouflage.
Blend in. Well, we can do it to an extent with prestidigitation, but not a ton.
You'd be better off finding some sort of bleach around here.
Yeah.
I think even like paint. Flour.
Yeah, Illyria's like, we do have flour. We do have flour, but as for paint, not really.
Yeah.
Flour will work for time, but
Yeah,
gonna
that's the
come
issue.
off as we're moving.
Right.
Bring like a bag of it or something.
Get a Home Alone this shit.
Yeah.
Just keep fucking dousing ourselves with it every now and then. Just
Keep thinking
flour
of Tom and
fight.
Jerry, really. Yeah.
We need something. All these dark colors is just, we're gonna stick out. And especially if in the Citadel, it's a high up thing. If we come out of the sewers or anybody are wanting to do anything in the streets, they're gonna see. Especially if they become alert to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Is there... Do you know of any buildings around here that could have... stuff like that? Paint? I don't know.
We've looked around, and honestly, we don't dare to venture out further. The key to us being here for as long as we have is the fact that we rarely ventured out. The only people I trust to go out are, well, the people you were with.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Spleen, what if we pretended we'd captured you?
And then what?
Well, if we can't disguise you,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
simple enough to make you look like our prisoner. Walk in there. Again, pretend I'm somebody from higher up the chain than these folk who, well, let's say was coming in to inspect how prepared they were. See how well they'd shored the Citadel up, and oh, what's this? I managed to find a goblin mercenary working with the enemy who managed to slip past their defenses. Say that I'm bringing you in for interrogation, maybe that gets us past.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. And like maybe you can have your own book, like that one lady had, and make it seem like you're really important too. Yeah.
Yeah, could work. Or maybe I could have Hal be my book holder.
I mean, I suppose that would work, but I just don't see the idea of pretending like any of us capturing Spleen is possible.
Well, they don't. They? Like,
I mean, I can like limp.
although she'll be tied up a little.
You're tying me up.
Well, like, that's how. Like, you'll be able to get out easy, but like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, just make it look like we got you.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna be like acting like I'm like knocked out.
Could do that too.
Or we could pretend you're dead.
How would we interrogate them? And
In that case, it wouldn't be interrogation so much as autopsy. But, well, I mean, it's easy enough for me to... And Diamondback kind of hits himself in the chest. His face goes blue. He chokes a bit and then drops to the ground, stone dead. As I cast Feign Death on myself.
I call dibs on everything.
like, give him a little bit. I can probably bring him back. And if I can't bring him
As a
back, I'll
friend.
definitely bring him back.
As a friend.
Exactly. Just had to drag him over to where Horus and Boris are for the morning.
Hey,
Is he actually? Wait, hold on.
I don't think so.
I think he is dead.
Uh,
I'm gonna go
Oh,
nudge him.
Oh shit!
huh.
Oh, sorry, what did you say, Howard?
I'm gonna go nudge him.
Yeah. So...
How did you do that?
Actually, I probably should have thought this through, because the duration of this thing is an hour, and it does not specify concentration. So if I cast it on myself, I don't know if I can drop it.
You're just dead for the next hour.
Oh my god, he's dead! Step out of it. We get it. You're good at acting. Wake up.
And so I guess spare the dying wouldn't work then either, because you're not actually dying.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, for the duration, I'm blinded, incapacitated, and my speed drops to 0. Yeah, I do have resistance to all damage except psychic.
The
I start
knowledge that
writing in
you're
my
part of
book.
Team Dem with psychic damage enough.
So yeah, are you just
Yeah.
like dead to the world for?
For 60 minutes. Yeah.
So yeah, Yimmer would actually start to panic and like, okay, well, this was all fun and games, but like,
Yim.
reaches into the pouch and like starts smearing the stuff under your nose.
Wait. I want to make sure to see if this is some sort of trick. And I get out my book and start writing a message to him like, "Are you in there?"
I am patting through his pockets.
Well, you're blind, you're not deaf.
Yeah.
I would say your mental faculties are still there. It's not like
Okay.
you basically comatose yourself. It's kind of like you're half conscious. So like the words come to you and almost sounds like a fever dream or like a dream state sort of thing. So that way you still have some sort of semi-consciousness or at least some awareness of what's happened around you. It's not like It's not like you go for full possum and just
Yeah. And so you hear Diamondback sort of groggily respond back, "Yeah, I forgot. I can't exactly drop this thing if I do it to me. So, how long's it been?"
About 5 minutes. Oh, so we're basically just gonna be like Weekend at Yimmers with this thing.
Can you tell Spleen to stop padding around my pockets? Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting 55 minutes.
Spleen,
You-
Think
Spleen,
he
I
done
don't
one
think
of
he's
his fly.
actually.
You take his sham.
Spleen, I don't think he's. It sounded like he was showing us something. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to seem dead.
Are we back inside the greedy Drake?
Yeah, you guys. Wait, you
Mhm.
are in the Greedy Drake.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
assumed we were, or else I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, I set
Yeah,
the scene
okay.
as you already were in the Greedy Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Debriefing and all. Look, I got a message back. It just says, "Oops."
I forgot it shows up in tab.
Yeah. Does Diamondback's drawl come across in the text? Or-
Yeah, it's italicized.
Yeah, it's in the font.
It's like it's beautifully calligraphied, italicized.
All right, I do relay what you told me back. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so he's showing us something, but he also forgot that he can't stop showing it for the next hour, and also says for Spleen to put that back. He knows where you sleep.
Come on to where I sleep, coward. I dare you.
Is that an invitation?
Always.
Well, Diamondback, I tried.
And on that note,
Hal, I
I mean,
need
if
to
you guys
borrow you.
into
I
Bernie's
do.
Diamondback, I say go for it.
I do tuck it in.
you put it between his butt cheeks.
Yep. Turn
Ah,
over.
stealth.
If you guys are done horsing around, is he gonna get up?
I think it's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
a while.
I don't know. First time I saw this. Saw this.
You're trying so hard. I'm proud of you, sweetie.
Tell you what, Hal, I need to borrow you for a little bit anyway. Why don't we take Diamondback to a room out of the middle of everywhere?
Yes, I think he's starting to scare some more children.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's move him.
You take him back, and the body is very much limp. It's just pulling him right along. You get him back into his bed, and you lay him down. And with that, I'm basically going to call it here because, I mean, big prep is tomorrow, and
Yeah.
might as well have Beatrice along what's
Yep.
going
Yeah.
on.
We need B.
We need
Mhm.
B. So at this point, it's like we can keep this going if you guys wanted to role play, but I feel like you guys are just doing the same shit as you did. earlier
Yeah.
on in the episode.
Mm.
Team them shenanigans.
That's
Mhm.
why I was trying to start shit.
That's
So with that,
okay, though.
I think we're gonna call that there for tonight. So I want to thank y'all for staying out tonight and enjoying our shenanigans and what I was willing to put up with, and not much of it. Hopefully, we'll have a full crew next week, and with that, we're gonna end with an ending announcements. Who's playing so we can raid?
Let's find out.
All right. I can do announcements while we're looking if we'd like.
Hmm.
So yeah, thank you once again, everybody, for joining us here in Falskallan. Thank you for having a listen to us deal with some pretty heavy stuff at the beginning of this. Similarly, I just didn't feel it was appropriate tonight to, kind of make the announcements as funny as I usually do. So we're just gonna play this straight. Thank you to D&D Beyond for continuing to sponsor us. Thank you to FX May Vary for sponsoring us and contributing to amazing artists of the Dire Bear family. Thank you to our first Adept Patreon, Mama Bear. You continue to make our hearts sing, and I promise you, you will have your Diamondback parody song back next week. Thank you to anyone who is considering our Patreon. There's some pretty fun rewards there. You keep the lights on for us. If you want to check it out, just hop on over to patreon.com/direbearac. Check out some of the other shows on the channel here while you're still around. We've got the Oops All Bards Party of Melody of the Maelstrom bi-weekly on Monday nights, because we love our buys here. We've got Valley by Night, a haunting tale told in Vampire the Masquerade on Tuesday nights. We've also got on Friday or Thursday nights the Swords, Sorcery, and Chivalry of a Knight's Ransom, and a Saturday game is still very much in the works. On that note, JT, take it away.
Thank you there, Tom. So with that, did we figure out who we were gonna raid?
Yeah, looks like that's how we roll is running right now.
Sweet. Let's do it. So with that, want to wish you all a good night, and we love every single one of you. So with that, do you dare to imagine?